As we've been talking about quite a lot here on the channel over the past few weeks and months, we've been receiving a lot of very interesting information about the Minecraft Caves and Cliffs update part 2 from numerous developers over at Mojang. And very recently they actually gave us a bit more information. It was a bit of a progress update on the Caves and Cliffs update and how useful our community feedback has been to them during this long process. That is why in this video we are going to be talking about a very recently revealed exciting new Caves and Cliffs progress update, talking about how things are going on. So if you do go on to enjoy this video, be sure to drop it a like and let me know down below in the comments, are you hyped for the Caves and Cliffs update part 2? But without going on for any longer, let's get right into the video. Now, as I said, community feedback about the Minecraft Caves and Cliffs update part 2 has been very valuable to Mojang over the past few months during their process of working on this update 1.18. The community has been talking a lot to the developers over on sites like Twitter, on YouTube, Reddit, in the comment section, everywhere. The community has been giving Mojang a bunch of feedback. The main thing we've been talking about here on the channel about this has been the developers over on Twitter, mainly being Henrik and King B Dogs, who've been using it as a bit of a platform to interact with us, ask us for our feedback and get some useful criticism, feedback, information and the community's perception on things. Now, Mojang did actually do a video about this on the official Minecraft channel. I'll put a link down to that in the description, but some very interesting things were said in that video, not only about how valuable community feedback is, but what is going on with the Caves and Cliffs update. And this is probably the most recent update we've got on things that we've received, so that's why we're going to be talking about it. Let's start off with a few quotes from Lady Agnes. As I said, if you want to check out the full video for yourself, there'll be a link down below in the description. The first thing that Lady Agnes says is the work on the Caves and Cliffs part 2 is actually going really well. Now, this is one of the first things she said in the video, and it's obviously great news. I do not really think I have to break that down and explain what it means, but basically the work behind the scenes right now on the Minecraft Caves and Cliffs update is going well, and some people could infer from this that Mojang are implying that maybe snapshots are coming soon, or the release date is going ahead as planned and nothing has changed and that everything is a-okay, which is obviously very good to hear. When we move on from this quote to the next one, Lady Agnes also said, right now we are focusing a lot on polishing world generation and on improving performance. Now, this gives us a lot more information to digest here. Let's start off with where Lady Agnes actually pointed out that they are working on polishing the world generation. I believe this refers to what we saw Henrik doing and talking to us about over on Twitter, where he's basically looking at broken parts of the terrain and then going on to work on them, polish them, make them fit better into the game so that there is no issues. He's done this with the mountains to make them mountainy. He also added mesh caves into the mountains, so yeah, that's definitely pretty crazy. And one of the most cool and interesting things we saw him do was adjust the rivers and the beaches in this update to make them fit our feedback a little bit better and to make them how we would like them, which is awesome. If you've not saw Henrik do this before, basically what he does is asks people to send him images and coordinates of a broken area of a Minecraft seed, where then he will fly over to the location, figure out what the problem is, where then he will fix it in order to make the world generation fixed. Definitely very cool. Seeing Henrik do this is just fascinating. It seems so complicated to me, but the fact that this is currently happening is of course good news. A lot of other studios and developers would just publish the update, release the update and let the community find all of these issues, where then they would fix this in a later patch. Whereas Mojang, they are literally doing it right now and they are polishing before the update has even released, which is awesome and just shows why Minecraft is still such a popular game and why Mojang are such a highly regarded game development studio. At the end of this though, Lady Agnes did also say they're working on improving performance, so I'm assuming this may be for Bedrock Edition and some of the older devices, but I saw a few issues with this on Java Edition myself, where it seems a bit laggy at certain times when loading in big chunks with mountains and a bunch of other stuff like that. So maybe this is for Java, and most likely a lot of this is going on for Bedrock to ensure that the game runs as smooth as ever. I think that we could have all assumed this from what we've saw so far, but Lady Agnes did clarify that she thinks this is the biggest update that they ever made, which is so interesting, and it just makes me excited for what Mojang have got up their sleeve for 1.19. If this is the biggest update they've done to date, and the Nether update, the one before the Caves and Cliffs update, was the biggest, I just wonder what the next Minecraft update is actually going to be like. It's also a bit scary, and I definitely understand why some people would think that Mojang are just continuing to better themselves with each and every update. They're just continuing to get larger and larger in scale, and eventually there's got to be a point where Mojang just cannot continue like this, like creating back-to-back absolute amazing updates. It's definitely cool to hear this, so especially from Mojang, because after the Nether update I seriously struggled to see how Mojang could beat that, but it seems that they have done it, and as I said, this just gets me very excited for the next Minecraft update. The final thing is a little bit less about the progress of the Caves and Cliffs update, but it's something very nice to hear from one of the main developers who has been doing this over on Twitter and using the Minecraft community to better this update. He actually says, as a designer, it also helps to boost my own confidence. I don't have to guess as much. If I have an idea, a question, I can ask it, I can get feedback. I don't have to make scary decisions and hope that this will end well when we release several months in the future. So that's an amazing quote there from an amazing developer as to how helpful the community is with creating an amazing Minecraft update. It's definitely so nice to hear this from Henrik, that the community gives him this confidence boost and helps him so much in his day-to-day life working at Mojang with creating an amazing Minecraft update. And this, as I said earlier, is definitely why Minecraft is still so popular and Mojang is such a highly regarded studio. As I said, other publishers and game developers would just throw a game out there. Not all of them, but there's definitely some out there. For example, the game known as Anthem, and there's definitely a few others out there which just launched to be a complete disaster, whereas Mojang, they're using the community and actually interacting with them and engaging with the community in order to build the greatest update they can. But yeah, this was our little progress update on the Minecraft Caves and Cliffs update part 2. Let me know down below in the comments if you know any little bits of information regarding the progress of the Caves and Cliffs update which was not mentioned in this video. And let me know what you think of everything I talked about. Are you excited that the Caves and Cliffs update is going along well? And let me know what you think Minecraft 1.19 will actually be, and if you think it will be better than the Caves and Cliffs update part 2. It's been me, ItzJhief, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.